Hi, my name's Chris Horan. I am a current Merlin ambassador and I'm here to talk to you today about the 2025 PSE Dominator Duo X. The 2025 PSE Dominator Duo X is the latest in line of the PSE Dominator Duo bows. The hugely successful 2023 model knocked everything out of the park. I personally couldn't watch a archery finals field without seeing a Dominator Duo on there performing extremely well. It's won the Vegas Shoot back-to-back for 2 years in a row, won the World Archery Field Championships and the World Archery World Cup Final. So this next generation I'm really excited to talk about, and I've been shooting it for a few months now and I want to share my experience with you. This bow comes in two models, the 40-inch axle to axle, which I have here, and a shorter 38-inch model. It has 3 cams available as factory options. The SE2 cam, which is the latest in the long line of the SE Evolve cams, hugely popular cams, great performance, and have been a mainstay for PSE for a long time now. The EM2 cam, which is the slightly shorter version of the Evolve cam, given those shorter draw lengths and go right down to about 23-24 inches draw length for those shorter draw length people on the 38 model. And there's also the M2 cam, which is the kind of high performance, fast speed, aggressive cam. So a question I get asked a lot is what are the upgrades or what are the improvement on the previous Dominator Duo? And I'd like to run through those with you now. Starting first of all with the grip. Probably one of the most important points on a bow is that physical contact you have with that riser. They've redesigned the transition between the shelf here and how it factors into the grip to ensure your hand fits snugly into that repeatedly every single time. Also included the adjustable grip modules, which can alter that grip angle between 0, 4 and 8 degrees. And that does a couple of things. It allows you to fine tune your draw length if it's needed, and also adjust the angle of your grip and the pressure you're putting into that bow, which is a great way of fine tuning how the bow holds and how it aims personally for you. Moving on from the grip, there's been a redesign in the riser as well. The riser itself is fractionally lighter than the previous model, but also stiffer. So that enables you to put any weight you wish on that bow exactly where you want it, rather than necessarily where the riser is designed. That feel of being a slightly lighter and stiffer grip just really helps that bow to aim really well. The limb angle has a similar angle to another current model, the Supra X, with those limbs that are a little bit more forward facing rather than parallel design. And again, that gives that real dynamic feel and push towards the target when you're both aiming and executing the shot. I'd like now to move on to tunability and some of the features on this bow that I'm really impressed with that have helped tune this bow and making it an absolute dream to set up and shoot. One of the really good tuning features with the PSE series of bows is the Easy 220 system. This design essentially has a couple of small shims that once the bow is pressed can be removed with a specific tool and then allow you to move the cam fractionally left and right for tuning purposes as needed. This was a massive improvement. It's been on PSE bows for a little while now, and it's so much easier rather than other models where you have to completely press the bow, take the limbs apart, take the axles apart, move washers around, shim bows, and reassemble it all. It is an absolute breeze. I can move those cams left or right if necessary in a matter of moments with a bow press and the tool that's required. This range of cams, across the 3 cams on the PSE bows, all have a rotating module, which means you can easily adjust the draw length in half-inch increments without the need for a bow press. Simply unscrew that module, spin it left or right, and you can increase or decrease the draw length. The M2 and the SE2 cams also have an adjustable draw stop, which means you can fine tune your valley and your holding weight between 65, 70 and 75%. Again, simply by unscrewing a little screw here and moving that in or out as desired. For this 2025 model, PSE have also redesigned and improved the cable guard and the cable management system. It's now a single fixed cable guard rod, no moving parts that can come loose or adjust on their own. And for like larger arrow builds or wider arrow builds with bigger vanes, there are packer plates available, which means you can move this rod out if desired. One thing that's really impressed me since I've been shooting this bow and other current bows in the PSE target line is how well they hold and aim at full draw. And PSE mentioned that they have something called full draw stability built into these bows. And having spoken to the people at PSE and from my experience, there are a few things that definitely contribute to this. One, with the cams, the limbs and the wider limb pockets and that steeper limb angle really gives you that rock solid feeling when you are at full draw executing the shot. Another feature of these PSE bows is an effective dynamic brace height, and they describe this as if you were to measure the brace height of this bow at full draw with an imaginary line between the cams to imagine where that brace height measurement would be while the bow is at full draw and compare that to the static measurement of the brace height when it's not at full draw, there's actually an increase in those two measurements. Compared to other manufacturers and other bows out there, that isn't always the case, and PSE give a lot of credit to that design and that feature, improving again that stability at full draw. The finish on these PSE bows is absolutely incredible. PSE choose to use an anodized finish on their risers, and it's available in an epic range of colours. I'd highly recommend anyone who's thinking about trying one of these bows, get down to Merlin Archery and give one a go. This has been my rundown of PSE's 2025 flagship target bow, the Dominator Duo X. If you've got any questions at all about it, I'm more than happy to help. Feel free to drop your message on my social media and I'll get back to you straight away.